The silent war inside. No one would have believed I was struggling. To my colleagues, I was the team player, the guy who brought extra coffee, cracked jokes during meetings, and volunteered for tasks no one wanted. To my friends, I was the glue, the mediator during conflicts, the reliable listener during breakups, and the go-to guy for late-night hangouts. To my parents, I was the perfect son, the one who never asked for much, always smiled in family photos, and replied with, "I'm fine," whenever they asked how I am doing. But behind closed doors, I would lie awake each night, staring at the ceiling, feeling like a stranger in my own body. I didn't know when it started. Maybe it was the unresolved childhood wounds, watching my father walk out and never come back. Maybe it was the constant pressure to be okay for everyone else. Or maybe it was that deep-rooted belief that my pain didn't matter unless someone else validated it. In psychology, this is often called emotional suppression. A defense mechanism where a person pushes down emotions to function socially. But suppressed emotions don't vanish. They go inward, and that's where the war begins. My battleground. My thoughts became my battleground. You're weak. They wouldn't understand. You have no right to feel this way, you have everything. I became a prisoner of my own mind, rehearsing arguments I'd never have, and playing roles that weren't truly mine. I scrolled through social media, see smiling faces, engagement rings, promotions, and wonder, how does it feel like everyone else has it figured out but me? From a psychological point of view, I was experiencing cognitive dissonance. My outward behavior clashed violently with my internal emotions, which resulted in anxiety, burnout, emotional numbness. I stopped writing music. I stopped answering texts that went beyond surface-level conversations. And eventually, I started believing the lies my inner critic fed me on a daily basis. No one really cares. That's the danger of silent wars. People isolate you in plain sight. The breakdown that saved me. It happened on a Tuesday morning. I showed up to work like always. Same smile. Same small talk. Same mask. But in the middle of a presentation, someone asked a simple question, "Am I okay?" Not "how are you," but "am I okay?" Something cracked. I tried to respond, but my voice trembled. My chest tightened. Tears welled up, and for the first time in years, I let them fall. That moment of vulnerability, though terrifying, was my turning point. My manager, surprisingly, didn't pull away. She leaned in. "You don't have to carry everything alone," she said. That one sentence opened a door. Not just for me alone, but for the rest of the team. One by one, others shared their struggles, burnout, therapy, relationship issues. It wasn't a formal meeting anymore, it was healing in motion. This is a core principle in relationship psychology: vulnerability breeds connection. When someone dares to be real, they give others permission to be real too. The healing conversations. With professional help and the support of friends who now see the real me, I started therapy. There, I unpacked layers of emotional trauma I didn't know I carried: abandonment issues, perfectionism, and the toxic belief that love had to be earned through performance. My therapist introduced me to the concept of inner child healing, recognizing that parts of me still operate from unhealed childhood wounds. I wrote letters to my younger self. I forgive my father, not for the father's sake, but for my own peace. More importantly, I learned to ask for what I needed: comfort, space, understanding, without guilt. Slowly, my relationships shifted. I stopped being the strong one all the time. I allowed others to show up for me too. And to my surprise, those relationships didn't fall apart, instead, they deepened. I had learned something powerful. Brain connection isn't built through perfection. It's built through honesty. From silent war to purposeful voice. 1 year later, I stood on a stage. It was Mental Health Awareness Week at my company. I shared my story, raw, real, unfiltered. The crowd was silent, then erupting in applause. Not because I triumphed, but because 4 said the truth. I ended with this. We live in a world that teaches us to hide our pain behind productivity. But what we don't say still shapes us. You don't have to be falling apart to ask for help. You just have to be honest. The war inside ends when we stop fighting ourselves, and start speaking our truth. The video went viral, not because I was famous, but because millions saw themselves in me. Life lessons from the silent war inside. 1. Your smile might be lying. Just because someone looks fine doesn't mean they are. Look deeper. Ask better questions. 2. Suppression isn't strength. Bottling emotions isn't resilience. Processing them is. Giving yourself permission to feel. 3. Vulnerability is a bridge. Relationships deepen when we stop pretending. Sharing struggles doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. 4. You are not alone, many are fighting silent wars. When you speak up, you light the way for others to do the same. 5. Healing begins with one conversation. Don't wait for a breakdown. Your heart deserves attention now. Recommendation. Who do you know that might be fighting a silent war? Send them this. Or better yet, ask them, are you really okay?